All right, friends, another massive weekend for the UFC. Yes, I still may be on vacation, but UFC takes no vacations, no weekends off, and they've got a massive one this weekend in Perth, Western Australia. It's UFC 305, and it's headlined by a fight that we have been talking about for what feels like a year and a half or so. A bitter rivalry comes to some kind of conclusion, perhaps, maybe, we'll see. It's Israel Adesanya, the last style bender, who we last saw almost exactly a year ago when he fought Sean Strickland, lost his title to Strickland back then, against the guy who beat Strickland, Dricus du Plessis of South Africa. Both these guys don't like each other. It has become very personal between the two of them, and it's just a fascinating fight with a lot at stake, with a lot attached to it. And so I can't wait to see how it all plays out. It feels like a bit of a crossroads fight, if you will, for Izzy. It feels like an opportunity for him to remind people that he is still the man at 185. It feels like it's an opportunity for him to have one last moment in the sun and vanquish his rival, his bitter rival. And here's the thing, I don't know if he was motivated against Sean. I think he looked past Sean. I think he's motivated against DDP. I think he's not looking past DDP, but does he have that much left in the tank, or is it just DDP's time? Looked great, obviously, against Strickland, winning the title, close fight, but no one has really been able to figure him out in the UFC. And so let's see how this plays out. Can't wait to see it. Fascinating theater. Is it truly the last stand for one Izzy Adesanya, or is it the real beginning of the DDP era? A lot at stake for both men this Saturday. The rest of the card is fantastic. There's a lot of interesting fights. There's Steve Erceg, who's coming off that title loss to Alexandre Pantoja back in May, going up against Kai Kara France, teammate of one Israel Adesanya. That's a very big fight in the flyweight division. Also, speaking of big fights, you have Mateusz Gamrot, lightweight contender, returning against Dan Hooker, who always seems to perform very well and is saying all the right things. When he's fighting close to home, close to New Zealand, he's saying all the right things. He's all inked up. He's had some time off, so let's see how he looks. And then what about the fan favorite, Tuivasa, back against the wall against the hard-hitting Jairzinho Rozenstruik? I feel confident that one's not going the distance, and I feel confident there won't be a single takedown attempt in that fight. I also feel confident that the place to be for all the action is BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Go check them out if you're interested in all things UFC 305. There's no one like them, and if you're a first-time user, put in the code Helwani. We hook you up. Enjoy the fights.